Hey, so today is day 2 of my 30 days of React challenge, and today's app is another super simple one. It's called Shout at Me, and what it does is takes a user input and then returns it as a shout. So it returns whatever the user inputs as a capitalized, large, kind of shouty visual. So let's have a look. Okay, so here we can see, this is how it should render on first. If I type something in, you can see that it renders it as a shout in real time. So complexity-wise, it's similar to day 1, except it has 2 components instead of 1 and explores a different onClick event. And it also incorporates one inline.js function. So with this app, I have one state variable here, which is current shout, and on first render is set to an empty string. I have 2 components. They are shout input and shout output down here, and they are each rendered once to the DOM. Okay, so first let's look at the output component, this one here. This has one property associated with it that we pass to it, which is the current shout value pushed to uppercase, to kind of make it look shouty. So how that renders in the output here, as it's passed through, is props.shout, and then with some styling added, which gives it that kind of aesthetic shouty look. My other component is shout input. This also passes one property through, which is a reference to our event handler here. Okay, so what the event handler does is reset the state of current shout to equal our target value, which is the input field. So let's jump over to our shout input component and take a look. So what we can see here is that the event trigger is an onChange, So this means every time the value within the input field changes, the event is triggered. So that means every single time I type a letter or remove it, the event's triggered. The function is executed and it resets the state and re-renders the DOM to match. So it's pretty similar to yesterday. I guess the difference is yesterday I had a question, you clicked it once, so there was one onClick event to flip and see the answer. Whereas today, like, it's lots, every time you type a letter or remove it, you are executing that function and re-rendering the DOM. Cool, that's it.